if this is 100% accurate as Takuta says, then I can't see how there can be a Te Pāti Māori party reunited with JT still there. If this is 100% accurate. And I'm going to try and find out if it is or isn't, but let's have a listen to that. So we're coming up to the point where he's talking about at the hui, we were being asked for a ceasefire.
But that hui is the hui where at the end, Kitty had asked for a ceasefire. And after a bit of discussion, it was going around the room. She had called us all to say, will you agree to a ceasefire? Will you agree? Will you agree? So we were doing that. And happily or reluctantly, it was being agreed all the way around the room until it got to JT over here. And instead of agreeing to it, JT said, amongst other things, he did say that I will get utu for my daughter and I will get it from those Kapakingi boys and their media company. Now, whatever that means, I don't know, but, you know, I know that there's a problem here between JT and Maria Meno and the Kapakingi boys, Eru, and the fallout from Toitu and all of that. And so, you know, 3 hours into a hui of this nature, I'm just like, oh. So I intervened in that, and obviously Maria Meno had leapt to the defence of her whānau, and that hui was quickly coming to a negative conclusion. And as I reflect on that, you know, would Whatarangi Winiata, president of the Māori Party, had chosen those words on that night? What would have happened if he had have just agreed to the ceasefire and everyone agreed? What would the next move have been? Well, we'll never know because that didn't happen. That hui imploded. I stood up and said, well, buggy is, and walked out. Actually, not after saying to JT, you know, the easiest way through all of this is you put all of your stuff on the table, and Meno, you put all of your stuff on the table, and we'll all work it out. Everyone will know. Now, I've asked for that from this whole group more than 3 times. Maybe 3 or 4 times. Never got it.
So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah. And I saw someone in the comments saying, yep, he said that, Pat. I sometimes, what's really important, it was Kitty. It was Rawiri's wife and JT's daughter who called for a ceasefire. Gotcha. That was the Kitty. Yeah, it was Kitty. Okay, so it was Rawiri's wife. If that was said as it was said in that moment, then it feels to me, I mean, I'm a fairly optimistic person. I would never say never, but I don't know how a party of unity comes back from that myself. And there are people in the chat who have said that's what was said. If they were in the room when it happens, it would be good to know. Or if this is just, because the other thing is we're hearing Takuta say this now. Is that what was said? Well, what I'd like to do is what responsible people should do who are broadcasting this to people is check and validate, validate it. And so I'll do some work on that tomorrow and see if we can find out if that's what was said. But anyway, Chewie, that's the first time you've heard this. Happy to hear your thoughts around it. I've got 4 other clips to play.
I'm going to say just really quickly, just on the usage of the word utu, like it can mean a variety of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like a correcting the balance, and at one point, yes, it can mean revenge. But yeah, it I don't want to get hung up on the meaning of the word, but yeah, it definitely seems that it's used in the way of like, oh yeah, cool, everybody's working through this, and then someone slams on the fucking brakes, and look, it's reinforcing my own bias here that I don't like JT. So it is, I'm finding it very easy to believe that this is where the roadblock is. And I don't know how this is why there is a really clear break from the leadership at the Māori Party and everybody else.